Everyone wants to invest in real estate, but nobody wants to share a big chunk of profit from the sale of their property with the government as capital gains tax. You already pay income tax, GST, and many other indirect taxes. So when you profit from a real estate investment, do you really need to pay tax on that gain also? Let's discover that in today's video. Hello and welcome to the Reality Unplugged by White Hat Reality. In today's episode, we are taking a deep dive into the world of capital gains tax, especially for the Indian real estate market. Understanding these rules is essential for maximizing your profits and making strategic investment decisions. So buckle up and get ready to navigate the intricacies of capital gains tax. Imagine you buy a plot of land in a growing neighborhood of Gurugram for rupees 2 crores. Over the next 5 years, the area witnesses phenomenal growth and the market value of your land skyrockets to 5 crores. When you decide to sell, the difference between the purchase price and the selling price is your capital gain, which in this case is rupees 3 crores. The tax levied on the gain is capital gains tax. Essentially, it's the government's way of taking a share of the profit you make from selling a capital asset, which in our case is the land. Now let's understand the crucial holding period. The Indian tax authorities classify capital gains into two categories based on the holding period of the property: short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains. If you sell the property within 24 months of acquiring it, the resulting gain is considered STCG. This is akin to flipping properties for a quick profit. Long-term capital gain tax: if you hold the property for more than 24 months before selling, the gain is categorized as LTCG. This strategy typically involves holding the property for the long term to benefit from appreciation in value. Now that we understand the holding period distinction, let's delve into how capital gains are taxed in each category. STCG on real estate. STCG for property sale is added to your total income for the year and taxed at your applicable income tax slab rate. This can range from 5% to 30% depending on overall taxable income. Let's illustrate this with an example. Let's consider a common scenario for a young real estate investor in Delhi like yourself. Ria, a 28-year-old software professional, decides to sell her apartment within 18 months of purchase. She makes a capital gain of rupees 3 lakhs. Since the holding period is less than 24 months, Ria's gain is classified as STCG, short-term capital gains. Now let's understand tax implications on STCG. Exemptions on small gains. There is a silver lining and exemption limit applies to STCG on property. For resident Indians below 60 years old, the first 2.5 lakh rupees of gain is exempt from tax. This limit increases to rupees 3 lakhs for senior citizens between 60 years to 80 years old and a generous rupees 5 lakh for those who are above 80. Tax rate. Under STCG, the capital gain is added to Ria's total income for the year and taxed at her income tax slab rate. In the example, we'll assume Ria falls under the 20% income tax slab rate for the current financial year. Now understand how do we calculate a tax. At a 20% tax rate, Ria would initially need to pay rupees 60,000 as capital gains tax. Thankfully, there is a relief for young investors like Ria. The Indian government offers an exemption for small capital gains on property. For residents Indians below 60 years old, the first 2.5 lakh rupees of gain is exempt from tax. Hence, in Ria's case, since her capital gain is rupees 3 lakhs and the exemption limit is 2.5 lakh, only the remaining 50,000 is taxed. With the exemption applied, Ria's taxability reduces to rupees 10,000. Mr. Sharma, a 72-year-old retired teacher, decides to sell his ancestral home within 20 months for a gain of rupees 2.8 lakhs. Since the holding period is less than 24 months, it's STCG. However, because Mr. Sharma falls under the senior citizen category with an exemption limit of rupees 3 lakhs, he won't have to pay any capital gains tax on the sale. This is where things get interesting for long-term investors. LTCG for property sales enjoys a more favorable tax treatment compared to STCG, flat rate of 20% with indexation benefit. LTCG from property sales exceeding 24 months attracts a flat rate of 20% tax. However, there is a magic trick called indexation. Indexation adjusts the property purchase price for the inflation, effectively reducing the taxable gain. The government publishes a cost inflation index, that is CII, to calculate this adjustment. Let's revisit the example from the beginning. Say Ria, instead of selling her apartment within 18 months, hold onto it for 5 years. During this period, the market value increases to rupees 1 crore, resulting in a capital gain of rupees 50 lakh. Now, assuming a cost inflation index, which we refer to as CII, of 5% per year, for the first 5-year holding period, the indexed cost of acquisition would be 65 lakh 32,000. Therefore, Ria's taxable capital gain reduces to rupees 34 lakh 68,000. This significantly lowers her tax liability. At a flat rate of 20% LTCG tax, Ria would now need to pay 6 lakh 93,000 as a capital gain tax compared to potential 15 lakhs tax liability under STCG, assuming she fell under the 30% tax bracket. So there is a formula to calculate this indexation, and you will find the formula for the same in the description box. Now think about it. Would you like to pay even 6.93 lakhs as a capital gain tax? You wouldn't like that. So here is the catch. The Indian government provides an alternative for investors seeking to defer LTCG tax liability. You can invest the capital gains in specific government bonds issued by organizations like National Highway Authority of India, Rural Electrification Corporation. These bonds typically have a lock-in period of ranging from 3 to 5 years. The invested amount is exempt from LTCG tax, but the interest earned on these bonds is taxable as income. Now let's understand with an example. Let's assume Mr. Kapoor inherits a plot of land from his parents and decides to sell it after holding it for 3 years. The sale generates a capital gain of rupees 40 lakh. To avoid immediate taxation, Mr. Kapoor invests the entire amount in NHAI bonds with a 3-year lock-in period. This defers his LTCG tax liability for 3 years. However, any interest earned on the bonds during this period will be added to his taxable income. So here are the key takeaways for real estate investors to avoid paying LTCG. Holding period is king. The 24-month mark is crucial. Plan your investments strategically to benefit from LTCG tax advantages. If you intend to sell soon after acquiring a property, factor in the potential STCG tax implications. Consider indexation. Indexation helps reduce your tax burden on LTCG by adjusting the purchase price for inflation. Explore capital gain bonds. These options allow you to defer LTCG tax but comes with limitations like lock-in periods and potential tax on earned interest. Analyze your financial goals and risk tolerance before choosing this route. Want to discover another way to completely save on LTCG tax? Let's explore how. While LTCG offers a more favorable tax structure compared to STCG, there is an exciting perk for some long-term investors: the first-time homeowner exemption. These exemptions allow you to potentially eliminate your LTCG tax liability under specific conditions. What is the eligibility criteria? First-time property buyer. This exemption is applicable only if it is the sale of your first residential property. To qualify for the exemption, you must reinvest the capital gains from the sale of your property into 1 or 2 new residential properties within a specific time frame. This time frame can be either 1 year before or 2 years after the sale. If you meet the eligibility criteria and reinvest your capital gains, you can potentially offset the entire LTCG amount, effectively eliminating your tax liability on sale. The first-time home buyer exemption has a limit. Budget 2023 introduced a cap of rupees 10 crores on the total LTCG gain exempt under this provision. Remember, this information provides a general overview. Consulting a qualified tax advisor is essential for personalized guidance tailored to your unique circumstances. That concludes our today's video. To stay updated on our future video releases, we encourage you to follow our Instagram handle. If you notice any missing elements in our videos or feel there is any additional information we haven't covered, please don't hesitate to share your suggestions with us. Our goal is to create a community of home seekers and real estate enthusiasts where information is exchanged freely. We also offer real estate consultancy services from our office in Noida Sector 107. Please feel free to contact us to schedule an appointment using the number displayed on the screen. See you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.